I'm 37 years old. You'd never guess it, I'm sure. And I've been in the fitness industry for about 15, 16 years. I'm fortunate enough to own 4 different locations and have a team of 12 guys all working for me. And for me, I always wanted to make sure that I'm doing all I possibly can to create as much security for me, my family, and the guys that are working for me. As far as I'm concerned, that's my responsibility. So after I built out my business, my plan, and on my different sites, and I had very good bricks and mortar business, my plan was then always to go online and develop that as a new existing product. But I didn't know what that product looked like or how to put it together. So that's where obviously I was going to get some help. So I think the concerns I'd have had around having an online business was, is it marketed in the same way as an offline business? What are the systems? What are the structures behind it? What does that product look like? What do you do? You know, you're so used to just training people, and you're actually coaching probably a lot of the time in between those sessions anyway, and you just don't realise. So yeah, it was kind of, I guess, how to develop a product. This was something I've been thinking about for a while, was the online world, online coaching. And it was something that I knew some of my team would be very good at, and I knew I could do well. And it was just the next logical step for my business. I heard about Tim originally, I started following him on Facebook, and my immediate reaction was, oh God, another mentor's popped up, and I was intrigued by like what he was doing in that online world, just something I didn't know anything about. And then followed him a bit, and kind of you see that he was the real deal. He was my automatic choice of someone to go to, because he's doing it, he's done it successfully, and he's teaching other people how to do it as well. And I knew that by chatting to him and getting his help, that I wouldn't miss any opportunities, I wouldn't miss out, I wouldn't mess it up, and I would get the results I wanted in a much shorter period of time. I've been trying to figure it out on my own. And we started working together. When I originally signed up with Tim, after kind of learning some more stuff that I needed to learn and just taking his advice, I started chatting more to my existing network, and got a couple of, in the first 3 weeks, I got clients very, very quickly, just from my own existing network without any ad spend. It was a lot. I don't want to say it was easy, but it was nice to have conversations with people that already had good relationships with. So when I first started out, I had a few tasks to do that were very, very straightforward. I looked at my database of existing clients, ones that maybe were struggling a bit, that maybe needed a bit of extra help, and I had a conversation with them about getting extra help, and made them some offers, and most of them took up the extra help because they wanted extra help, and that was the missing link for them in their training. Ask people if they want some more help. You're mental. I think Tim's approach works well because it's simple, straightforward, and he knows what works because that's what he's doing. So he's not guessing. You know, he knows what works, he knows what doesn't work, he knows what to do, and he doesn't overcomplicate it. From the email sequences that he was telling us about, the response I got back was like that was a day's work almost, just replying to emails. The hardest part about Tim's program for me was charging $2,000 straight off the bat. So I started off at $1,200 as my confidence grew, and I could see actually that I was giving a lot more than I thought I was, and there was much more value in what I didn't realise there was much more value in what I was actually delivering for people. I put it up to $1,500, $1,800, and then finally up to $2,000. The first time I asked someone for $2,000, well, they said no. The second time they said no. I think it was the fourth person I asked said yes. And they paid up in full. No, that was a good day. And you kind of do think like, I should have done that originally, but I had to build my confidence and find where I was comfortable. Otherwise, that comes across when you're asking someone all the money. You don't think you deserve it. You won't get it. So, she definitely helped me get over that price problem by always kind of being there to help you build your confidence to ask for that money. So he'd push you a bit to make sure you ask for the cash. And once again, it comes back to he knows how much this stuff's worth because he's done it for a long time. Whereas I haven't done that particular thing for a long time, so I wasn't sure quite how much it was worth. So there's his confidence in telling you to ask for that money. And I'm really helping. Why didn't I do that myself? I think that business can always be more secure. You can always get more clients. You can always develop, and you can always grow what you're doing. I do think that there's a lot of the skills that I learned on Tim's program has helped my bricks and mortar business as well.
Okay, so I guess one of the biggest things for me that changed was the amount of extra money I could earn in a very short space of time when I started on the program, and that basically meant that I accelerated how quickly I could buy a new house, and actually the amount of money I was prepared to spend on that new house, because I knew how much more money I was making for those bucks I was doing the online coaching tool.
In terms of where I am with my business now, I feel like I've got another weapon now. I've got another way of bringing more income in, if and when I need it, which is your secret to me. I think that was for me, like the freedom of the choice of do I want to work on it. But I must say, working with Tim was a lot of fun. I find there's certain people that you talk to that you get inspired by and want to things. And I love talking business with Tim. It was a lot of fun. He's a very motivated, driven guy. He's very sharp, and he genuinely wants to see people do well. And he cares about anyone he works with. I know he cared. I felt cared for. I still, even though we're not working together now, I still chat to him. I met with him on Friday. You know, we still have a relationship now.